Welcome back. I'm Brooklyn Daly.
And I'm Samara.
We're reporting live on Benet Broadcasting.
We have just received the news from NASA that Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were the first reported Americans to land on the moon for the United States.
Let's check the clips on this momentous day.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
I believe it, Charlie. It's raining, John. Okay, let's go, would you, Charlie? You got all your steering. It's great.
I thought the ride was real sporty. It bounced a lot. Sometimes both front wheels were off the surface. The back end is like driving on ice and breaking loose occasionally, but it was a lot of fun.
Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin were chosen for the mission.
My name is Neil Armstrong, and I just landed on the moon with my team, including Buzz Aldrin. It's actually really exciting. It's big for mankind, a lot of great adventures.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
That 600 million people around the world were either watching or listening on radio and TV as it happened is a measure of the impact that this thing had on the world's consciousness.
Yeah, I'd say it went successfully. It had no mess-ups. Me and Buzz got the job done.
All right, what did you see out there, Neil?
Well, saw a lot of nothing because we're in space. A lot of craters, a lot of rocks, and I think I heard something. Well, we landed on the light side of the moon, and I swear I heard something coming from the dark side of the moon. But yeah, we placed our flag down, and everything got set up there. So.
I'm Buzz Aldrin, and Neil Armstrong and our team landed on the moon. Yes, I think it was a great mission because we were the first people to do it. Neil actually nicknamed me Buzz Lightyear. The moon, it was like very big. There was like a lot of craters everywhere. It was like dusty. It was pretty like dark on one side of it.
How do you feel about the people that are against you in the moon landing?
So I actually get like very offended about people who like don't believe this because like all this hard work and all this dedication for nothing.
Now let's tune into the president of AMLA, Anti-Moon Landing Association, Bynes Muro, and see his take on our big news.
The moon landing? The moon landing's fake. What are you guys talking about? We never landed on the moon to start. The reason why is because we were never as advanced as Russia. So the only way that America could back out to beat Russia to getting the moon was to fake it, which they did. They were in Hollywood. And they faked the moon landing. As you can see in photos and stuff, that there's a black screen.
Hippity hoppity, hippity hoppity, hippity hopping over hill and dale.
Where's the stars? I don't see any stars there. There's no atmosphere on the moon, so they're fake photos.
Oh, poop.
And then you see the flag, and it's waving. So where's the wind coming from? Like, what? That's ridiculous. And then also, there's also pictures of how like people are positioned on the moon with like the shadows and stuff. And it's just like, it looks like, lighting from a Hollywood production. So I've always thought that the moon landing's fake. Just a bunch of crap, I don't believe it at all. So all believers out there, I'm sorry, you guys are wrong.
With a single light source with the surface of the same reflectivity as the moon, our astronaut is clearly visible, busting that myth.
We caught up with NASA engineer Xavier Callahan to see the process of the moon landing.
Okay, so basically we spent many years constructing a rocket that had the ability to take humans up to the moon. We're currently in a race with a bunch of other countries like Russia especially, and we knew we were going to get there before any of them. So we worked really hard, had our best engineers build a rocket that had enough power to get us up there, and we did it. We landed safely, and we put our flag on the moon before anyone else. Basically, if you don't believe it, just look at the video that we recorded and put the flag on the moon. And as you can see, it's waving, and many people question that. But the only reason the flag is waving, because of the force we used to place it down, it continued to move because there's no gravity. So that explains it. You guys are just idiots, and it's real, and I know firsthand. The moon landing was definitely real. That's all I gotta say.
Do you believe they really touched ground on the moon?
Clearly, there's an obvious answer to this question. We've heard lots of different theories and opinions on today's subject and facts to prove or debunk it. But what do you think, Samara?
I really just can't get on board with this whole moon landing thing.
Well, I really believe that NASA touched ground on the moon.
That's literally impossible.
No, it's not.
Bruh, that's
What?
literally
It's not impossible. Did you hear
No, yeah, I guess you're right. Well, NASA really did do the impossible.
Thanks for tuning in to Benay's Broadcasting.
Now back to the weather with Benay.